Joe Cameron again, the digital ID thing is awful. It's a prison. Back to Australia. Would it be too much to ask if a minister actually had experience in what their ministerial portfolio actually does? This is a huge problem. You've touched a massive problem here, Joe. And this cuts back to, sorry to keep promoting my stuff. I talk about this in here and the way that politics works on the inside. These people are not given a ministerial position because they're the best person for the job. They're given a ministerial position because they're trying to keep all the various power brokers internally with all their different factions happy as they do their ministerial reshuffles and figure out who's going to be the prime minister and all that crap. It is nothing to do with competence or expertise or anything. And even worse, now becoming a minister in a portfolio isn't about doing a good job in the portfolio. It's about carrying favor so that when you leave politics, you get offered board positions on the companies that you handed contracts to while you were a minister. The whole thing is completely perverse, and government has completely forgotten that it is a servant and not a master.
Can I interrupt for 2 seconds? I need to show you this comment. And I can answer this, but I feel like you'll do better. Ready?
There you go. So, Liberty Prime. This is actually a good topic. All right. So I thank you for bringing it up. Anything that other people see value in is valuable. Whether you call it a job or not, whatever. A job is an arbitrary definition. The question is, do I bring value? And the only arbiter of that are the people who watch. And right now, there's 1,620 people watching live who believe that there's enough value for them to want to be here and say, hey, I'm going to keep listening. Now, there are lots of people who get out there and try and do what Carly and I are doing, and nobody tunes in, right? And they can persevere for a year, 2 years at it and still get nowhere. And the reality is what's happening there is people are saying, I'm sorry, you're not bringing enough value. I don't want to put aside my time to watch what you're doing because I don't see value in it. So you can call it a job or not a job, whatever you want, but it's very, very clear. I mean, over the journey, I've sold multiple thousands of books. Not a single person has come back to me and said, hey, I want my money back because I didn't get enough value out of that book. Not a single person. People watch my stuff and go, hey, I want to tune in next week. They subscribe. They're seeing value. So we could argue about whether or not it's a job. Fine, whatever. It's very clear that what Carly and I do bring value, and people value it enough to want to tune in the following week and tune into the next show and keep watching my videos on YouTube and Carly's Reels on TikTok. So if you focus less on whether it meets your definition of a job and focus more on, are you bringing as much value as you can? Because if you figure out how you can bring more value to the world, then simultaneously you're going to start to be more successful because one comes with the other.
You are way more magnanimous than I was going to be. Let me tell you, I like Liberty Prime. If you want to see what work goes into, firstly, just 2 episodes of this podcast a week, and then also how long it takes me to put some of those social media clips together, mate, by the time you're done, you'll realize it's a bloody job. But anyway, enough of that. But that's boring.
But that's the wrong debate. Trying to justify whether or not it's a job is the wrong debate. The fact is, if people see value in it, it works. If people don't, it doesn't work. Clearly, people see value in it. Just
right.
A few more.
Can I do my 10
fine. You can get to your thing. We've just be aware there's at least another 10 there that we haven't got to.
Well, I do really want to get to this thing that I want to talk about. It's about youth crime, right. And the thing that we said would happen has happened, and we need to talk about it. But this is just a palate cleanse. So talk about tangent time.
All right. Tangent time, tangent time, tangent time, tangent time. It's not as good with this camera. I need the other camera.
I hate to be new here and not know anything about tangent time.
That'd be so confusing.
They're like, what is this tangent time? Okay, so new house, right? Moved in. And it's lovely. It's like got a lot of mod cons that maybe I'm not familiar with. And anyway, moving in on the weekend, I saw a stray magpie. And I'm a little bit scared of magpies. And I was like, hey, sure. I'm going to make friends with this magpie. So I went inside, got myself a little jar of pecans, and I threw one. And then he told all his mates, and then there was 4. And now I have adopted 4 magpies, right? This is important information. So now these magpies, since being here for like 2 days, will now out the front of the house. And that means go get your pecans, bitch. We're hungry. Mm-hmm. And so much so that I was literally sitting there this morning and I'm, working away and they're, and it's actually really loud. There's 4 of them going and they're on the doorstep. They're not like, they're right there. Anyway, so I go out. And I think, all right, I'll feed my birds because I've got 4 pets now. So I'll go inside, grab the pecans, come outside. And unrealizing that behind me, the door has closed and I'm, feeding the pecans. Magpies are all happy. And I'm like, right, I'm going to go back inside. Now, just to paint a picture for you, no shoes on, no phone, no keys, no wallet. The door has slammed shut and I am now locked out of the house. There is no entry point into this house. I can't get in my car. I can't tell anyone that I'm locked out of the house. I also have no keys, no way of getting into the backyard even. And I'm like, this is not good. And today was the day that I had so much work to do. And I'm like, seething. So on our front door, we have a Eufy doorbell. And G and I get notifications like, when someone rings the doorbell or whatever. So I'm like, right, I'm going to pester G until he answers the doorbell. And he's like, what the hell's going on? So he can call the real estate agent to say, she's locked herself out of the house. She's coming down. Thankfully, they're only like 2 kilometers down the road, so it's not too far. It was walkable in bare feet. Anyway, I'm pressing the doorbell, thinking this guy's going to bloody answer. He doesn't. And then I'm like, by this point, I'm just so annoyed. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. And here's me walking down barefoot. I must have looked like a meth addict. Honestly, I had left the house. I was not ready to leave the house in this state.
Had you put your face on, Carly? Had you put your face on?
No, I hadn't even brushed my hair. I was looking disheveled as hell. And all I could think is like, I'm going to go in there and they're not going to believe me and I can't prove who I am. And that's why I was trying to get G to answer the doorbell so he could preempt them and be like, hey, my crazy girlfriend who's very disheveled is coming in. Anyway, thankfully the heavens smiled on me because I walked in there. It was the same lady who gave me the keys and she's like, hi. I was like, hi, I've locked myself out of the house. And she's like, oh no, how's the move going? I was like, great up until now. And she's like, oh, you've got no shoes on. I was like, I've got nothing. May I have the key, please? And she's like, oh, do you want me to drive you back? I was like, no, I deserve this walk of shame so that I never do this again.
That is the ultimate walk of shame. It's not even holding your shoes. You've lost your shoes. You look like the ultimate. I won't finish that sentence, but yes, it looks like a walk of shame.
So now I've adopted 4 magpies. I'm a slave to them and I got locked out of the house this morning. So my life's going well.
So I read a story on the internet recently where someone did almost exactly the same thing. They accidentally adopted a whole bunch of magpies. And while they were out the front one time, all their friendly magpies had been fed and they were hanging around. She got swooped by a different magpie. Oh. And she said that the other magpies that she'd been feeding all went and attacked the magpie that swooped her and taught it a lesson. So they've got kind of their own little justice system going on where they're like, no, she's off limits. You don't touch her.
Well, that was my thing because I know it's baby season and they're literally in a nest just across the road. And so, have you ever been swooped before? It bloody hurts, man.
It hurts. It's genuinely if you're riding a bike. I mean, these days you got a helmet on, but yeah, if you hear that sound, it's terrifying.
Yeah, and you normally don't hear it coming. Then also, I had one tear my ear a long time ago. I was in primary school, and they were known in this area, and we would walk with sticks. And for whatever reason, I obviously didn't get it, and it tore my ear open. So I'm a little bit like. Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this clip from The Oddcast. You can find our full episodes over on YouTube at The Oddcast HQ. We'll see you over there. Make sure you like, subscribe, and get in the comments.